resistance against the dollar a few days after it gained some margin at the parallel market. At the weekend, the naira retreated to about 498 naira per dollar at the black market from 490 naira per dollar it sold on Thursday. The momentary gain for the local currency came after the Central Bank of Nigeria mandated the money deposit banks to sell to end users for personal travel allowance. Following the directive, banks have intensified campaigns on forex businesses while resurging dollar retreated momentarily. Although the stock market closed positive on 3 of the week's 4 trading sessions, sell-offs in bellwethers dragged market performance last week after 2 consecutive weeks of gain. The equities market opened for 4-day training session last week as the federal government declared Monday, June 14, 2021, a holiday to mark Democracy Day. Consequently, the Nigeria Exchange Limited all-share index and market capitalization depreciated by 1.3% to close the week at 38,648.91 and 20.14 trillion naira respectively. Reacting to market performance last week, the Chief Research Officer of Invest Data Consulting Limited, Ambrose Omodion, said volatility occasioned by rising yields in fixed income has continued to impact negatively on the stock market. On the foreign scene, the 10-year United States Treasury yields fell to around 1.43% today, which is its lowest point since early March. The yield on the benchmark 10-year Treasury note fell less than a basis point to 1.438% as at 3:55 a.m. Meanwhile, the yield on the 30-year Treasury bond rose to 2.043%. And that was the business news update in Today 95.1 FM. Do not forget to take responsibility. Wash your hands frequently with soap and running water. Avoid touching your face and high contact surfaces to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Once again, good afternoon. I am Wealth Wilson and thank you for listening. Do stay tuned as Dave Roberts on today's tech show comes up shortly.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Preview.
You're about to listen to 551.
Get ready. It's the world of broadcasting as Today 95.1 FM brings you entertainment, information, education as they unfold every day.
Today 95.1 FM.
Do you know that I'm necessarily mentioned? Do you think I used to climb from 3 alone in this video?
So, yeah, you say you've not benefited anything from Nigeria.
What was your favorite Nigerian movie growing up? 1, 2, 3. Isakaba.
Yeah.
It took time. Conspiracy.
Today 95.1 FM. Don't touch that dial. Make sure you are tuned to your numero uno.
Tell me, where's your money now?
Why, man?
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's take you into a realm, another dimension, a reality of higher intelligence, discovery, and quantum possibility. Tune in every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on this station and be part of this journey as we address issues that relate to you and your tech life. It is Today's Tech Show on your premium talk, news and sports station. Today, 95.1 FM.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's take you into a realm, another dimension, a reality of higher intelligence, discovery, and quantum possibility. Tune in every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on this station and be part of this journey as we address issues that relates to you and your tech life. It is Today's Tech Show on your premium talk, news and sports station. Today, 95.1 FM.
Very wonderful afternoon to you out there. You're listening to your premium talk news and sports station Today 95.1 FM, and it is the program Today's Tech Show right here on this dial. It's that show where we get to address tech related issues and we bring to mind the problems that we face as a country when we take our mind off tech and we talk about those problems and see how we can prefer solutions to those problems. My name is Dave Robert, and it's another very wonderful and exciting time to be here with you again. And of course, you can be part of this conversation by calling in or texting in 0817 0000951 or 0810 951 951, or you can send your text messages and your WhatsApp messages to the number 0701 933 9962. It's going to be a very wonderful conversation together with you. I need you to call in, I need you to text in, and let's share our thoughts together as regards this very vital topic we will be addressing today. It's going to be a full house. I have my in-house analyst and of course myself, and you out there who would definitely reach out to us when we open up the phone lines. 0817 0000951 or 0810 951 951, or you can send your text messages and your WhatsApp messages to the number 0701 933 9962. Let me introduce my in-house analyst. Good afternoon, Engineer Mike Wago.
Hi, good afternoon.
Happy Father's Day in arrears.
Yeah, it's surprising I didn't get anything from anyone. I didn't get any
from anyone.
From anyone.
You know,
just from my bank.
Yeah. That's the thing. They're very.
I got from my bank. I got from my bank.
They're very
consistent when it comes to. Okay, I didn't look at your stat. I didn't look at your stat, but then I didn't see anybody.
How was the celebration?
I mean, I was sleeping all through. I didn't even know it was
Father's Day.
Yeah.
Wow. That is refreshing. Also, we have Wisdom Obina in the building today. Good afternoon, Wisdom.
Good afternoon, Dave. Good afternoon to you, Engineer Mike, as I call him. I don't know if you introduced the full
name. I did.
Engineer Mike, and to you listening. Another fine time to talk tech.
Did you do something different yesterday?
We prepared flyers. So I think that was the closest to
the fatherhood celebration.
Yeah, we prepared flyers for some clients
okay.
and personal that you have to just send out.
So like just thank you for being father.
Thing. And maybe church.
Okay.
Yes, in church we had to also celebrate all the fathers we know. Then our own fathers now. We had to also send text messages, phone calls. You know, the dads are not like the moms. Yeah. If it's our mothers, you must call. You must buy something.
That's where I was going to.
You know, I always tell ladies that when is their birthday, we buy.
When is our birthday, we buy for them.
When is Mother's Day, we buy. When is Father's Day, we buy. Anyway, but it was
wonderful.
It was okay. It was just nothing much more than a lot of works expected. Like I said, when it comes to the guys, it's always like we end up celebrating ourselves, or we don't even bother.
Yeah. Speaking of buying, it has it's relative to gifts. Buying gifts for people and getting things for people, especially when you want to celebrate them. And there's this thing that comes with buying gifts. When you want to buy, you want to go for something that is of standard. It's worth it, okay? And then over time, we have heard people saying, please, if you want to buy something, from overseas, or get me something outside Nigeria, it has to be a certain standard, and it brings to mind the thoughts about what we produce here in Nigeria. Okay, the things we produce, the things we manufacture right here in Nigeria, assemble right here in Nigeria. Why there is this sort of approach, to those things we make here in Nigeria. It's almost like everything Nigerian is inferior. So we would address this issue, but tech related. Why do we have, tech development in Nigeria? Yet again, Nigerians do not see these things. It's almost like everything produced in Nigeria is inferior. Okay, so this is where the conversation will be driven from, and we'll get into different aspects of it. And we'll go on a very short break. When we get back, we'll get this whole conversation going. 0817-0000951 or 0810-9510951, or you can send your text messages and your WhatsApp messages to the number 0701 933 9962. Stay tuned.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Such a unique dial.
You're about to listen to
Get ready. It's the world of broadcasting as Today 95.1 FM brings you entertainment, information, education as they unfold every day.
Today 95.1 FM.
Do you know that I'm a petroleum engineer? In a chocolate market, do you think I used to climb from tree alone in this building?
So, and you say you've not benefited anything from Nigeria. Alice.
What was your favorite Nigerian movie growing up? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You took time.
Conspiracy.
Today 95.1 FM. Don't touch that dial. Make sure you are tuned to your numero uno.
Tell me, where's your money now?
Why, man? Oh, woman, cake, I know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's take you into a realm, another dimension, a reality of higher intelligence, discovery, and quantum possibilities. Tune in every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on this station and be part of this journey as we address issues that relate to you and your tech life. It is Today's Tech Show on your premium talk, news and sports station. Today, 95.1 FM.
95.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
The time is 16 minutes gone past the hour of 1. You're tuned into your premium talk, news and sports station Today 95.1 FM. And the program is Today's Tech Show, where we get to address tech-related issues every Monday right here on this dial. Now let's get into it directly, okay? We saw the president recently receiving a phone, okay, a mobile phone that was made and coupled right here, even if Mr. Mike still argues that it's not possible to have it done in Nigeria. We saw it coupled, made, assembled right here in Nigeria. And then it's the first official Android phone made from Nigeria with Nigerian parts and assembled right here in Nigeria. Over the years, we have seen different innovations. I mean, look at the likes of Innocent Motors, okay? These guys have spanned through a period of 14 years, relevantly in the industry, in the automobile industry, doing great things. The achievements are enormous. And over time, you still hear Nigerians saying, look, if I want to buy a car, I'd rather go for a Toyota, or I'd rather go for a Mercedes-Benz. When we have people like this thriving in Nigeria, okay, the instances go on and on and on and on. I would like to read through this young man's article I saw. His name is Ayokunle Adeniran, as a Nigerian mechanical engineer who invented an iron that works without electricity or coal. Now, it's called a NEPA-less iron, coined from the word NEPA itself. and it makes use of gas canisters. That's how it's done. I went through the modality of the iron. It's a global invention, something that would rock the market. I mean, China is already interested in it. Some other countries are already interested in it. It's doing pretty well, on the foreign scene. But Nigerians,
I hope he patented it.
yeah, of course, yeah. Nigerians yet again don't see reasons why we should incorporate Nigerian-based tech into our everyday lives. It's almost if not Nigeria something, I beg you get a CB. But when it's outside Nigeria, it's best. So what's your take on that first off?
Well, I don't think there's anybody who you would actually put honey in their mouths. They'll throw it away.
Okay.
Outside the fact that it's an attitude that has been built over time. It would take some time to change, but ordinarily, most of our products, first of all, like I said, over time, most things we do are photocopy.
Okay.
Yes, now it has spread even from tech to other things, but definitely gadgets, technological equipment and tools, most times we wait for the invention. You're just talking about a landmark invention now, and I just hope, like I said, it's patented, because before we start seeing duplicates in China, and before they throw it out of the window. So I think it's quality. There is nobody that rejects quality. I'll give you an example. A music system, that's the entertainment industry. There was a time, if you were here in the 90s and maybe early 2000s, even maybe the late 80s, early 90s, you could see for sure that foreign music in our clubs and party centers were competing favorably. The likes of 50 Cent and the others were competing favorably with our local industry.
Even more dominant.
Even more dominant, especially when you go for those parties where people need to rock. We're gradually shifting our high life and everything out. But what happened? Some set of people came up with a different approach, and everything turned around. Now you go to a bar, and I think you go to a club, and you can't remember the last time you heard a foreign song played. Meanwhile, back then you see Kevin Little, 50 Cent and the others. So I think it's about quality. Now you buy products, let's say that tech with that gadget we're talking about now. You're buying that, you gave an example with Innocent.
The cars.
Like I said, the first thing is it's been built over time. Then secondly, our products most times. So you look at some of that, the quality of that technology or that gadget, and you pick something made abroad, or even most times, even London used, or whatever country they call it, and you put it side by side. You utilize these our products, and it tends to fizzle out because most times they are made from substandard materials.
Okay.
So, like I said, it's not across board. I'm just looking at tech now and some other gadgets around it. So yes, that's the second thing. Then thirdly, our system has not been wired for manufacturing. And I will explain.
Okay.
Now, Innocent assembles. Innocent's parts are not generated from here in Nigeria.
Okay.
Now, our power supply is zero. If you want to measure it with, now I like giving examples. We cried about Twitter moving to Ghana. Now, there are some companies also that there's this car brand. Okay, maybe I won't mention their name here. This car brand, I just got the name now. Now they moved to South Africa. Now from South Africa, they produce and they ship to the rest of Africa and some other parts of the world. They had a company in. What happened was that the South African president then, was it Thabo Mbeki, came in and said, no more foreign, no more London used or whatever
Tokumbo
car. No more Tokumbo cars in South Africa. So what did they do? They decided first, before they made that decision, there was a working structure. The power system was working. Okay, we had the little materials, the silicon, whatever industries were a little bit vibrant before they now said, okay, we're not going to take this anymore. Come down here and produce these cars and probably sell to our local market. Don't produce it there and maybe use for 5 years and send us used cars. We want it to be done here. So what did this particular company I mentioned, among others, this is the one that comes to my mind because they were the first, and they thought of Nigeria, knowing for sure that if probably they're in Nigeria, because shipping was another thing, and you're shipping brand new cars, it would be more expensive rather than used cars to South Africa. But they decided to go to South Africa because the system was working. And to shock you, this other car, Coscharis, is one of their big, in short, is their number one supplier in Nigeria.
Wow.
Now, they ship from South Africa to Coscharis to sell in our local market. So, the problem now is not that we don't have the money, or we don't have people who want to actually, let's say, produce phones and all that. But the system has not. The power supply is bad. It was bad 30 years ago, Dave, and it's still bad.
It's worse.
It's even today. So you're trying to do that, and it's not encouraging. Our crude. Now, most people do not know there are over 2,000 byproducts from crude, including those car parts.
Yeah.
Those steel parts, those parts you see, they have crude oil elements now that are used in making those parts. Now, we only think of PMS.
Yeah.
Now, the PMS we've not even produced. That is, we've not even refined. Our refineries are crying. All right, we have 3-4 refineries that are moribund. We're not even producing enough at local market. We're now buying from Chad, or Niger rather, and importing from some other countries, added to what we normally get from the other bigger nations and all that come here most times to get our crude, the raw material. So we've not even made the good use of our industry. Let's say you want to do the phones. Look at the screen, and some of these components are elements of crude oil. You can get that from crude. So how do you now work with a market where we don't have a refining system that can refine the materials
this byproducts,
yes, in producing phones? So what we still do, at the best we can still do, is struggle to assemble those products. And there is no way that you in Nigeria, who probably did cut and join generation of silicon products, silicon parts, there is no way you can compete with Silicon Valley in the United States, California, where you know for sure that the companies are working that produce these silicon parts. There are people that their job is to produce the processor.
Exactly.
That's the only thing they do. There are others that their job is just, even the board celebrate today. There was a time when not all parts of the boards are. Yes, there are people who they do hard drives. So you now bring in these components for you now to work. That's why you get a phone. You would see, if you check now, maybe these days they are beginning to shift. But the last time I checked, you hear
produced
in Japan, manufactured in China or something like that, because that's how it works.
It's designed in the US.
Very true, designed in the United States, which is what Apple does, and why Trump was crying. They were shipping jobs from the United States to China. And what was happening? The Chinese market was cheaper. That's a story for another day. And they were shipping jobs because the compiling and everything was done in China, while design was done in the United States. So it's the same thing. So if the environment is not even enabling, how do you now produce a product? Now we see students say they've produced cars in Nigeria, and you're looking at, yes, the idea is fantastic, but you're looking at the materials they use in producing cars.
I saw some of them, and it was almost laughable.
It's not about the material, laughing about the whole issue. Like he was saying, fine, yeah. One thing is the what is it? The environment is it's friendly enough for you to produce all these stuff. You understand? So that's one thing first. You understand? But like he was saying, I'm telling you, you say nothing produce and everything. I don't think they produce. It's called coupling and assembly. Let's see. I mean, do we have the kind of machines that they need to produce engine? Yeah, you say somebody exactly from the scratch. That's what I'm saying. When you say we produce these things, I mean, we produce the phone. Is there, like he was saying, there are some different departments. People that produce the screen, people that produce the drives and every other thing. You understand? So, are you trying to tell me that we have
all this functioning units?
Exactly, a company that produces these different parts in Nigeria here. So until you show me this particular these companies, then I would know that yes, truly, this is being done in Nigeria. Or you can't just tell me that somebody produced one student produced a car. Yeah, I must acknowledge the student for doing that because it's something great. You understand? But I mean, you're using an engine of Mercedes-Benz. You're using a steering of
an Audi car.
Exactly. And it's also this thing. So I mean, you're telling me you produce a car. That's like you coupling a car. Not like
which everyone who pays attention to that kind of thing can do.
Exactly. So that's it. That's one thing. That's what I feel.
So generally speaking, Nigeria doesn't have a functioning system where this products can be, harnessed from the scratch, to make whatever it would be, couple or to produce.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel. Because for example, now in our schooling system, now you understand, you see people, electric engineers and the rest. You understand? You see them, you see them teaching them with something of 1980s and the rest. You see them, they teach you
Outdated.
this, yes, exactly, outdated technology. You see, they are talking about television, you're talking about tube and all those old, those old TVs. Meanwhile, we have the LCD, we have the LCD itself is even facing out.
Phasing out,
So we have the smart TV now, the curved TV and the rest, you understand? And you're teaching somebody about tube TV and the rest. So how do you expect that kind of a person to come out and start what do you expect the person to produce?
What knowledge?
Exactly. You understand? So it's one thing. So like he was saying, the system itself is not something it's not something we can write about, you understand? So that's for me, that's one of the reasons why I feel like we're not ready yet. For us to be ready, there are many things that we should put in place, you understand, for now. So
before it becomes a functioning working system.
Yes.
Well, he's spot on. I don't think is a lack of capacity. I think it's a lack of capacity in the mind for those who are leading different systems.
But if you say it's lack of capacity in the mind,
not physically.
I could point out to the fact that most of these people who carry out these innovations outside Nigeria are Nigerians.
No, that's what I'm saying. Capacity, maybe in terms of the ability to stir up the
revolution. Okay,
it's like we're like a cup of tea. We have milk, we've got sugar, we've got some of the other chocolate products and what have you. Now the teaspoon to stir it is leadership from the mind, and we don't have it. And you can't give what you don't have. We have crude here, which means we can comfortably produce the hair ladies wear, for example, can comfortably do some of those things
from
crude. Yes. The wires and everything, we can, instead of importing, we import as much as wires. This part of this wire you're seeing here is crude. We can comfortably do it here, but I heard the vice president came out some time ago, I think after 2 years in office, and he came out and said, we're going to start he heard it somewhere, or he listened somewhere and said, we're going to start making the best of the byproducts of crude. It has over 2,000 byproducts. We'll start using it and all that. That ended there because what? You can say it. We talk a lot, but the capacity in mind to do it is not there. We have the resources. Like he mentioned, if for example we want to produce the parts, we can create systems that can actually have. We have people. Even our educational system has been wired not to produce students that would develop this level of thing, and you cannot develop it's already past. We've gone past 1960. We've gone past 1950. So if you're building a product of 1950 for the market of 2021, you're on your own. So at the end of the day, let me give you an example. Some students came to meet me. They were engineering students. Their final year project, I think it was about 5 or 6 of them. I think 5 or 6 or 10 of them were given one tricycle as the project
to couple
mechanical engineers. Yes. However they want to do it, but their project was to build a tricycle. Now there were 10 or 15 of them. I can't get the exact number, and I'm asking myself, this is something one student, what the Chinese just did. There's this go charts they used to drive, they used to carry. It has their traditional stuff from way back. The king sits in and somebody drives in front and all that. That's just the same thing. They just shifted it to being a tricycle. But we've not, one student can't even think it enough. Those students still contracted some normal road mechanics and what do we call them to find a way to get that.
We'll get back to this conversation. Let's quickly go for the news at 60, and then when we come back, we'll head straight into this conversation. We'd like to get your thoughts also. It's still your premium talk, news and sports station, Today 95.1 FM.
Today's news in 60.
The Naira appears to be losing its resistance against the dollar a few days after it gained some margin at the parallel market as it retreated to about $498 at the black market from $490 last Thursday. The Nigerian Exchange Limited has upgraded BOC Gases PLC from low price stock to medium price stock following recent appreciation in the share price of the industrial gas company with effect from June 16, 2021. Nigeria Deposit Insurance Corporation has disclosed that it is effectively collaborating with relevant stakeholders to manage risks arising arising from the growing adoption of financial technology in the financial sector. The Director General of Nigerian Maritime Administration and Safety Agency, Bashir Jamo, has expressed worry over the persistent war risk insurance on Nigerian-bound cargoes and therefore called for it to be removed. Although the stock market closed positive on 3 of the week's 4 trading sessions, sell-offs in bellwethers dragged market performance last week after 2 consecutive weeks of gain, with the equities market opening for 4-day trading sessions last week as the federal government declared Monday, June 14, 2021, a holiday to mark Democracy Day. And on the foreign scene, the 10-year United States Treasury yields fell to 1.43% today, which is the lowest point since early March.
Today's news in 60. How would you like to sell out your goods or services really fast? Ever toyed with the idea of doing or participating in an auction, whether as a seller or a buyer? Would you like to buy or sell truly authentic and verified goods or services at pocket-friendly rates like nowhere else in the country? Then tune in to Today 95.1 FM every Sunday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Market Floor is the place to be. It's the zebra crossing where sellers and buyers meet, offering delightful experiences at a time to earn, learn, share, and network. Come and see possibilities you never imagined possible. Get on the market floor, trading your goods and services today with the king of sales and marketing, Andy Akotive, on Today FM. Join us. For participation, adverts, comments, and inquiries, please call 0805 405 6991. Market Floor.
All right, welcome back. It's still your premium talk, news and sports station, Today 95.1 FM. The program is Today's Tech Show. And like I always say, it's that time where we get to address tech-related problems in Nigeria. And it's also cut across your tech life, things you should know and things I should know about tech and how it's relative to the everyday life business in Nigeria. And then we've been having a conversation on why Nigerians do not regard Nigerian-made tech products. Is it because we don't have the skills enough to produce these things? Is it because there is no enabling environment to create these products that would serve the purposes for the production of this tech equipment? Or is it just the general narrative that Nigerian tech products are inferior? Okay, would like to get your thoughts also. 0817 0000951 or 0810 9510 951, or you can send your text messages or your WhatsApp messages to the number 0701 933 9962. Now, before we went for that very short break, Wisdom was trying to emphasize on the fact that we do not have the leadership abilities to stir up the revolution, that would bring about these changes in, the companies having to produce their things in Nigeria.
No, that would sound like big grammar. That might not exactly say what I said. What I was saying was, we have people who might have that intention, all right? But the fact that our leadership, I always say that the problem of this country, generally, every sector, is just management. If you have proper management in this country, within few years, the problems, maybe it might be 5 or 10 years, the problem will be fixed. Or at least they will set very solid foundations that every other person coming in will find it difficult to shift from. Because like I said, if it is right, we can't throw it away. So I think we've got, you look at our fashion industry and some other industries that are doing, some of them are pushing well enough because the raw materials are not as technologically sophisticated as maybe making a phone. All right, maybe you probably might need to do for the tie and dye guys and all that thing. It's not exactly the same technology. So all we do is buy the equipment from still the same foreign companies. So I think first, leadership, we've not actually created that, because if power is down, there's nothing you can do. If you charge me more in terms of tax rates and all that, there is also a problem. If we rather encourage importation rather than saying, okay, you coming into the country, try to see how, because there's something called, if you're an importer, you'd understand, there's something called Form 8 or Form M, something like that. Now, there are some things I feel, some barriers I feel we are generally putting on ourselves, that I feel with our own common sense, we can turn around to say, okay, to encourage local manufacturing, because I'm just saying we'll give loans. How much loan can you give
to actually start up that kind of,
to beat the international market? You can't give a loan of 3 million naira and you want to beat the international market where they have billions of dollars. Look at the level of inflation we even have. So people even find it difficult to set up companies that can comfortably go toe to toe, and this is a global world now. Whatever you're producing in the United States, you can sell in Djibouti, you can sell in Nigeria,
in Malaysia.
Whatever you're doing in Nigeria, you're not competing with a Nigerian, you're competing with the man in China who is producing the same product. So by the time you're doing your own, and one Nkechi somewhere can import from China, so you produce your own product, the Chinese boy that is in secondary school produces his own, and you that is professional company, your own is substandard. You cannot expect a Nigerian who likes good things to leave the Chinese phone or the Japanese phone and now buy made in Lagos, when the standard of the made in Lagos is not there. But I would also say this, that we have very talented people I feel, I don't know of another place, but I've seen people in the closest to us here, Aba. I've been there.
Even in River State,
where they've picked a gadget and built something like that with locally sourced materials. So where is the problem coming from? The problem lies in the fact that we have resources. The world has gone past land resources, natural resources. We are struggling to conquer land resources. We've not conquered it, because the world now, they use land resources to produce, let's say, plastic, or to produce equipment that would help them produce, so that there is secondary production and there's tertiary production. We never cross primary. So if you want to make a phone, like you mentioned, the screen, the silicon chips and all that, if you go back to the history of maybe computers and all that, we never reached vacuum tube. We've not gone past we've not even gotten to the first generation systems in terms of our production. So it becomes really challenging to meet up with the market. So what is the best thing to do? Which is what I think I would have loved to advise the leadership as per ways they can solve the problem. The best thing to do is to encourage the foreign market to come here and establish those industries, not to tell Nigerians, because you need to go for IT before you learn. And if the system is already having challenges, then first fix power, then encourage those people to come in, like the South Africans did, the Chinese did. Apple, the phone tech company now, Apple had to go to China first. You know, they had to learn. They had to learn first. Remember, don't forget, there was a time when you used a phone in Nigeria, they tell you it's China phone. Nobody wants to use China phone. But you using Techno today, I can just bust your bubbles that most of the components are Japanese and Chinese.
All right, just hold that thought. Canada wants to say something.
Wisdom, hold up. I want to pause you there.
First of dollars, you understand? Yeah. So I feel like you should encourage these companies to come to Nigeria, you understand?
Rather than...
Yes, exactly. Just encourage them to come to Nigeria. Set up something. Even let's assemble in Nigeria.
I still disagree. You know why? If these countries come to Nigeria, they make money and they go back to their country. If we set up our own, like, you know, Michael is...
Wait. You know what is involved to set up your own? You understand?
I mean, Innocent did set up his own, and people are beginning to purchase Innocent motors.
Recently.
That my point being, now, it would not happen immediately. It will take time. It will take, you know... The truth is, even with shoes, a lot of us now patronize people who do it with locally.
Yeah.
So that's the point. Gradually, we will get there. All we need is for the Standard Organization of Nigeria, which is in charge of making sure that products are standardized, come into play. See that's what America does. For instance, when these components are being extracted from different countries, they make sure it is up to the standard that America deems fit. So that is where that's where I'm coming from. So you set up companies, tech companies, there are lots of them. You partner with them. You make sure that the stuff they're getting from these other countries are up to standard. And bam, you have your Nigerian companies paying tax to Nigeria, not taking the money elsewhere.
So we might not have the Twitter saga anymore. We might have the Garba Shehu saga
on social media
anymore. All right, we'd like to get your thoughts on this. 0817-0000951 or 0810-951-0951, or you can send in your text messages and your WhatsApp messages to the number 0701-933-9962. 95.1 FM. Good afternoon and welcome. What's your name? My name is Dave Roberts. Good afternoon and welcome. What's your name? Go ahead.
My name is Tommy.
All right.
Dave,
Yeah.